So we're recording. Uh, we are trying and the phone's turned a different way, but we will see which way this actually records. You saw the last recording of this podcast, then you know that it was set up where it was me on top and Mama Lisa on bottom, and that took up a bunch of space on the sides. I want to try and see if this recording it this way will have a different setup. It's a try. We are learning in the process of this podcast, like we said last time. Again, I'm Lindsay, and this is my mom, and her name is Lisa, so I call her Mama Lisa on here. That way, I'm not being respectful, but you guys also know who I'm talking about. Okay, so this week, if you saw the last podcast, did I say that weird? Lost? The last podcast, I said we were going to record Mama Lisa's history because the last one talked about my history and the things that I've been through, what I've learned through, how I've been working towards educating myself and all that kind of stuff. So this time we're going to talk about Mama Lisa. So go right ahead. And if I interrupt, I'm not trying to be rude. So I'm just trying to educate.
Well, you're gonna have to help guide me because it's been a while since I've
Okay.
done one of these. So, so the a history of my life, huh?
Yeah. So let's go back to well, we'll go back to you didn't have much happen when you were in high school with your health, right?
Nope,
Okay. And then you had Jason and I, and
sure.
nothing big really happened there.
Nope,
And
don't think
then
so.
how was your eating and your fitness back right about the time that you had Josiah, Jason and I?
My eating habits was pretty good back then.
I thought you did some kind of fitness place, right? We were little itty bitty. I remember car seats still.
Really,
You didn't go and work out?
I went and worked out. There was somebody that had a workout in a basement. I'd go over there and we worked out in the evenings. Um,
When was that? Was that when I was like five, six?
you were first born that I started going there. It was like 6 weeks after I had you, and then we went to. I did a lot of my workouts probably on tape.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Be,
What's
be,
his name? The curly hair guy that is like,
oh yeah, I don't know his name.
oh
It's
my
been a
goodness.
while.
He was a hoot.
Yeah, he was. Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah, I remember you doing a lot of videotape, and
I
then
did a lot of videotapes because I'd come home. I'd do a workout before Dad gets home, and then make dinner.
okay, so um, you were itty bitty. I was about five.
Yeah,
Were you starving yourself then?
that was when I watched what I ate. I kept my calorie count under 1,200.
So you were in starvation at that point.
It sounds terrible when you say it like that, but yeah, I guess
But
so.
it's the fact. When you're
Yeah,
under 1,200, you're in the starvation area. So I'm just stating the facts, not being mean. So
right, right. I get it. It just sounds
okay.
bad.
So Steve is itty bitty. Back then, if you don't have parents that have taught you this, back then it was all obvious that if you keep your calories down, you're going to lose weight. It was just that's how they were automatically taught to think. And as we keep chugging through this, we're going to cover more of this, but they were just stating where it's starting from. Okay, so back then, that's how they thought. Go ahead.
Yeah. Where to now?
Let's see. That was after you got married. Um, I became, anything happened when I was in middle school? We had a lot of deaths in our families between middle school and high school, but I'm talking
Um,
about your health.
no, I think it's my health. When it started going bad, it was probably um, it's probably when I was 40. Put mom in a nursing home.
Wow, you hit
Um,
me here. I just hit 40 not too long ago, so.
yeah, and it wasn't that I was trying to not eat. It was because feeling a little anxious about sticking my mom in a nursing home, and I was dropping my weight down really fast then, not meaning to. And I
But
got down to
we were also walking a lot. Right after
we
high
were
school, we would meet
yes,
up at the paths and we would do a lot of walking. We would just walk and walk almost, was it every day or every other day we would meet up
yeah,
after work?
yeah,
So that
and
was after my high school. We did that. So,
yeah, yeah, and I got down to 100, not meaning to, and I had to try really hard to get my weight back up then.
okay. So if you guys
Um,
don't know, she's 5 foot-ish. Okay. To give you an estimate of her height, and I'm 5'4". So she's on the shorter end, shorter petite end. So 100 is in 100, 105 is probably right at the edge of her healthy weight range. Okay, so that you guys know. But the way you did it probably wasn't the healthiest way to do it. So, anyways, go ahead.
no, probably was not. You should never starve yourself for one. And then when you're feeling anxious about everything going on, you know, it was because I couldn't eat. Then my weight was really coming off, so that didn't probably help. And then, so as you get older, that affects, whether or not you're going to have osteo and other chronic issues. That that it lies heavy on what you're going to be like as you get older, because they you should starve yourself for that purpose.
And not for a very long time. Like it's okay that you're not hungry on a day and you don't eat very much. Fine, that's fine. But to go for months on top of months of not eating is not healthy. So you have to uh, do everything in moderation. You will hear me say that over and over and over again. Everything in moderation, because doing something for too long is not healthy. Okay.
Yes. And so, anyways, that was a period of my time then. And then when I became 47, I started having health issues. That was when I was starting going through the change of life. So, yeah, I was having double periods and became anemic. And that was when I had my ablation. Shortly after that, that's when I started having issues with my feet. So I had,
So you guys know she was working on concrete floor. So that was the start of working on concrete floor is not really good for your health, for your feet. So go right ahead. What happened with your feet, Mom?
started out like plantar fasciitis and struggled trying to figure out well, no, actually, it started out. I fractured my foot, stress fractured my foot,
Mm-hmm.
and then went into plantar fasciitis. And then when I guess it's an insurance purpose thing, but when you have issues like that, they want you to go through a podiatrist to try to figure out, is it this or is it that? Do we want to put her through therapy? Therapy doesn't work. Do we want to put her through steroids, which was not a good thing? And so we started out as therapy, did that for a while. They um, started working with inserts in my shoes. And we did that for a couple years and wasn't getting anywhere. So then they send me to a one doctor that didn't know what he was doing. And he gave me steroid shots, wasn't working, and decided that we needed surgery.
Okay, so you guys
After,
know, you said steroid shot. Okay, so steroid shots are not the healthiest thing to be putting in your body, first of all. Um, my clients know that I've had a study with Ozempic stuff. Um, and basically, if you are cloning something and sticking, I hear babies. I'm sorry if you guys hear babies in my headphones. I'm sorry. They are crazy today. They're a little everywhere. Anyways, um, anytime you are cloning something and sticking it in your body or sticking metal in your body, it is not the healthiest thing ever. And there's a teenager supposed to be watching babies, but that's not happening, obviously. Uh, and all I can hear is tapping. I might have to cut some of this off.
I can't hear him.
You can't hear him? Okay. Because I'm just like, all I can hear is bang, 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 bang.
I can't hear that part. So,
Okay. All right. Um, so if you are ever sticking something clone in your body or metal in your body, you know that it is not healthy. Basically, your body is going to fight anything you're going to stick in your body. A virus of some sort goes into your body. What's it do? It has a fever. It's going to fight it. It's, going to try to fight that off. Your body's going to have a reaction of some sort. So again, with steroids, it is a clone. Okay. And
is that right?
yeah,
Steroids?
is a clone.
I didn't
And
know that.
yes. And so basically, it's similar to Ozempic. Ozempic is a clone of hormones. Steroid
That's right.
is a clone of another kind of hormone, I believe. Um, and
They
basically, when
use it
you
for everything, though.
oh, I know, I know. Okay, and so what's it doing? It's going through your nervous system, okay? And it is shutting down. It goes through a spot in the back of your neck because that is where it's open. And it is shutting things down, telling that, oh, let's just say if you're doing steroid, oh, I don't have pain. Okay? It
For a
stops the
moment.
nervous, yeah, stops the nervous system from detecting that you have pain, and it tells your brain, oh, we don't have pain. Okay? So that is what steroid is to do. Um, Ozempic, it's gonna go up into your brain and it's gonna say, "Oh, we're not hungry." Okay? And that is what it's to do. Do you really want to have stuff going up into your brain and telling your brain, I don't need to function? Not really. So, steroids is something that I am not big for. Um, it will also bulk you up so that you know it will do that to you. It is just that is what it's there for.
And also, like, after this doctor, well, I won't mention any names because we're not supposed to, but just put it this way, I had surgery and it didn't go well. So when I went back to my family doctor, I told her I wanted a third opinion, which she sent me to another orthopedics and not a podiatrist, it was an orthopedics. And number one, he wanted because I had been on steroid, he wanted me to get a bone density test. If you don't know, steroids will weaken your bones.
Mm-hmm. So I was going to say
And
that too. And it also affects your sugar level,
my who?
your A1C.
Yes. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So, um, anyways, what was I going with this? So, anyways, I had to get my bone density before he could actually work with me, and he did an MRI after that, and I was pretty much bone on bone. And I had three surgeries, two on my right and one on my left, and it took a while to get me back to normal. But I think I was what 50. I was
Oh, I don't
47.
even
I
know your age.
51, 52. I ended up quitting my job because I couldn't handle being on the cement floor
Okay,
that
so
long.
real quick before you go into retiring, um, so a little something too, when you do starvation per se, under 1,200, and you push yourself to lose weight so quickly, your bone mass will, I'll just say strength in numbers if you're looking at the scale. It's not good for your bone mass. So talk about bone density, bone mass will be affected when you're in starvation for too long, or you're working hard to lose that weight. If you watch a lot of those people lost weight so quickly, put themselves in a deficit so big that their bone mass was affected due to that. So I just wanted to cover that here since we were talking about bone density. I was going to cover bone mass. So
Right. And so I ended up quitting my job, and um, I started taking care of myself a whole lot better than what I was when I was working and on the go. Started eating healthy, cutting back, not eating sugar, and just trying to take care of myself better. Then, as you get older, um, you start having problems with your A1C,
A1C,
cholesterol level, and your cholesterol level. So on a
your L,
bubble,
sorry,
on all of it,
your LDL and your H
HDL,
HDL. I
yeah,
wasn't sure what it was.
the good and the bad. So anyway, um, so I've been watching what I eat to keep my cholesterol down for a long, long time. And then now I'm on the bubble of my A1C, and I just lost my brother to diabetes, and my other brother he lost his limb, one of his foot, and the heel on his other foot. So
So if you don't know what A1C is, that is your diabetes. So she is on well, the
bubble.
the well, I don't want to call it the bubble because there's the beginner number, the beginner numbers before you cross the line into diabetes. She's not quite diabetic, but she's on those beginner numbers. Um, and so I don't want to call it borderline diabetic because when you say borderline diabetes, it becomes confusing. It's those beginner numbers. So,
Pre-diabetes is what they call it.
okay, but it's not pre-diabetes because they would be working towards giving you medicine, and they're
Now
not
they
giving you medicine. because your
right.
numbers are on the low level, lower end
So
of.
the beginning levels is at 5.7. 2 years ago, I was at a 5.7. Last year, I was at a 5.8. This year, I haven't gotten measured for it yet. Um, so before they give you medicine, you have to be at a 6. Then they start giving you medication for that. So that's how it was explained to me. That's where I'm at on that. But anyways, um, what else?
So how to lower it? She's been testing it at home just to double check her A1C levels are at a reasonable area, and she hasn't had a lot of issues with it at home. So again, looking back to where I was when went through some of the things that I went through, my blood pressure would be low at home, but it would be high at the doctor's office, and my iron they kept always telling me not my iron, it was something else. My red blood count was too high. Uh, my red, uh, my red cell blood count was too high, and then I would get tested again, and it would be too low. Like, how in the world?
Are you talking
So,
about your glucose?
no, that was my red blood cell count. So my
Oh,
red blood cells uh was too high. Um, then they were talking about my liver protein was too high, and then it would drop, and then it would get too high, and then it would drop. And it's like I almost wonder if they're really accurate there. You know what I mean? At a doctor's office. So it makes me wonder how they go and they figure out that kind of stuff. Something I might dig into on here. We might talk about some of
yeah.
that.
Yeah, because
So,
I tested mine last week several times because I didn't know. We had a discussion, so I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna check it out, and it's always been within the normal range
and that's
every
just
time.
so weird. But then you go there and they are telling you you're on the
Kind of like
edge.
blood pressure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Blood pressure. My blood pressure was it was normal here at home, but I go to the doctor's office and it's high. So what's actually accurate?
And I've heard a lot of people say that too. You know,
It's like,
I've
let me
had
just say it
trouble
this
at
way.
home.
Who remembers the old scales at the doctor's office? Okay, how many times do you think they actually get it collaborated or whatever it's called to actually weigh correctly? Probably not very often. And so how many times has a bigger person stood on the scale and got it all out of whack, and then somebody else gets on the scale and it weighs 5 pounds more than what you do at home.
Yep,
You know
that's
what I
happened to
mean?
me.
It happens to me every single time I go into the doctor's office. So that's where it goes, okay, is their equipment actually accurate? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, so we were talking about diabetes, but you skipped some areas because in the last year I've been working with you. Well, it's been longer than a year, but in the last year we've been working on something more diligently.
Oh, yes, I did. The important thing.
Yes.
Are you talking about my calorie count?
Well, we started out, we didn't know what was going on. She wasn't losing weight, and she just was plateau, plateau, plateau. Um, and then I worked with her one on one. Okay, so if you know some of my fitness stuff, um, if you come into a challenge, I work with everybody just normal. Um, but I do give a possibility to work with me one on one, with a little bit of, it's just a little bit extra money to be one on one with me. You can cover one-on-one with fitness, you can cover one-on-one with nutrition, and you can cover one-on-one with your mindset. Um, and then I have more people come for fitness and nutrition though, more so nutrition. So she worked with me with fitness, nutrition, and mindset, and we covered more of nutrition because that's what she needed. Nutrition, she was again in the starvation mode. Okay, she was under 1,200. And I'm not saying starvation mode to be negative. I'm saying it because she was not eating enough for her body. Okay, so she was starving her body, not knowing. She didn't know she was technically starving her body. Um, but her body was used to it. And your body does get used to being at that calorie deficit. Um, and she was at under 1,200 calories. Uh, we got her up to what was it, 15,000, 16,000 calories?
We got up to 16 and then we worked our way back down, wasn't it?
Right. So we had to make her gain a little bit of weight to be able to go back into a deficit. Um, to go into that deficit, uh, we had to pay attention to what her body was saying. Okay. We did not go under 1,300 calories. Again, once you hit under 1,200 calories, you are in starvation. So we got her about 1,300 to 1,400. Again, she is 5 foot. If you're 6 foot, that number will not be your number. Okay. You have to work with your body. And so bringing it back down again, she started losing. Okay. When you plateau, you then have to adjust accordingly. And then you have to, you know, again, if you're working out and doing the same workout over and over again, you're gonna what? You're not gonna change. Your body's gonna be used to it. It's your everyday life. That workout that you do every single day is going to be your everyday life from there on, if that's what you're doing. Okay? If you wash dishes every single day, your body is going to be used to washing dishes every single day. It's your own
You
mode.
got to switch it up.
Yes, so you got to change it. So again, the formula to science is the science behind this is that your body gets used to something, you got to change the formula. Okay? And that is just what we did. We gave her more food, we made her work out. Okay? We changed her workout. We changed how she was working out. We changed how long she was working out. We changed it up so that her body wasn't used to whatever in the world she was doing. Okay? So, how did that work for you? Like
It
how?
worked. So when we did bring it up
Mhm.
and then we started bringing it down, I think we didn't go below 1,300. So you
And
said just
anytime
keep
she
it up.
did, I got onto her. No.
Yeah. Um, and so doing it that way, of course, I didn't lose all of it once right away, which you don't want to do. I was losing probably, I think it was like point 0.2. You
Hmm.
remember that? Then the next day, point 0.2. Then the next day. And it wasn't a whole lot, but those point 0.2 adds up.
Okay, so remember what I kept saying though.
What's that?
We're not paying attention to the number on the
The
scale.
scale,
We're
right.
paying attention to the
The
inches.
inches, right.
And so where were you with inches?
I can't remember, but
You
I
were
was,
losing more inches than you were weight.
yeah.
And the reason for some of that is because she was building her muscle in the process of losing weight. So she was, when you sculpt that muscle, Okay. If you get a pound of fat, it's going to be like this big. If you get a pound of muscle, it's going to be like this big. Again, you're going to be smaller. It's the same weight, but you're going to be smaller if you have muscle compared to fat. So she was losing the inches, but not losing a lot of the weight.
That's why you need to go by your inches
Mm-hmm.
and not by scale. And I like
Mm-hmm.
that theory.
So, and so when you lose the inches, you're going to look skinnier. Now, a little
Right.
something, she is over 50, we'll put it that way, which means that she is in the area where bone issues can start happening and all that kind of stuff. But she kind of talked about she was having feet issues and all that kind of stuff. But some of the things that I do with her is she hates me for it. I'll make her do jumping jacks.
I
Any
don't
kind
like
of
jumping jacks.
movement that makes you bounce is going to create a bone growth. Okay. And so we're working towards her building the muscle she needs to be able to stabilize the bones for the rest of her life. Okay. So the point is that as you get older, the more stable you need to make yourself because you don't want to be the one that falls down and breaks a hip. It is normal for an older person, especially upper 70s into 80s and 90s, to fall down and break a hip. And the reason some of that is due to the fact that they don't have the muscle to stabilize the bone that they have. Okay, they are lacking the muscle. And so some of that we're working on is creating muscle. Like I've said, she was losing the inches, but weighing similar. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2 less. Okay, that is what she was needing for her body though, because she's getting older. I didn't call you old. But we do not want to be doing this at 70 and 80 and 90 years old.
Right.
You want to be stable when you get to 70, 80, and 90 years old.
Correct.
So, anyways, go ahead. I don't know where you were.
I don't either. Let me think. Um, well, that was that was last year when we um, found out I had issues with my metabolism. So, and now we're at this point, basically. Am I correct? Am I
hmm
missing something?
No, we are here at this point, and from here, that's what she's working on. She's working on bettering each of those areas, the A1C, the cholesterol, the her bone mass, her metabolism, her food intake, and that she is taking in. She's paying attention that what she is taking in. I kind of talked a little bit of this last time. Is mostly God food and not just junk food. That's full of the GMOs that we do not need. Now, can you have some? Yes, guys, we are all human. You are
Right.
not going to be perfect. You cannot hover
But
over
we,
every little thing that goes in your body unless it comes out of your garden and goes right into your house and right into your mouth, and that's all you do the rest of your life. Okay. But then again, if you're watching every little thing, you're going to be stressing.
right,
We've talked about this a little bit too. You want to lower your stress levels while you're doing this. You want to eat healthy, but not stress over it. Because if you're stressing over, oh, I didn't lose anything, then what happens? You
well,
don't lose anything.
right.
You stay still.
This is it's a bit like a bad hormone, isn't it?
Yes, so you go into fight or flight, and your hormones go a little out of whack. I won't go into all the details of hormones for those. I tried to keep it as simple as possible. You have a hormone in your body that tells your body that you are stressing out. Okay, that hormone goes and tells your body, and then what happens is, oh, we're going to hold on to all the fat, all the things. I'm in survival mode. Okay. And you will not lose weight. So you go, okay, I just didn't. Okay. And move on with your day. Okay. Because it may be the fact that I've been traveling, my water weight went up. It could be the fact that you're about to start your period. It could be the fact that you're going through menopause and your hormones are all out of whack and your body's going crazy. It could be the fact that you had too much water. It could be the fact that you had too much salt. It could be, guys, it could be anything. Think about it. 3,500 calories is how much calories you have to take in to add on a pound. Did you eat 3,500 calories to add on a pound? Okay.
Well, you can
Now
burn it too.
yeah, so over days, okay, if you ate 1,000 calories over, right, and another day you ate another 1,000 calories over, and the next day you eat 1,000 calories over, and the next day you got ate 1,000 calories over, would you gain a pound? Sure. Have your cake and eat it too. You could actually gain the pounds over time, but overnight, no. Okay. If you have been working towards eating healthy, working out, and being diligent of changing things up, you will not gain a pound for eating in your deficit under what you burn. Okay. So let's say you work out and you burn 2,700 calories, approximate. Okay, guys, and you ate 1,600 calories. Are you in a deficit? Yes. Okay. So if you are in a deficit, then what happens? Uh, you're not going to gain that pound. Over time, you will start losing a pound, a little bit here and there, pieces of a pound, and you will be where you need to be. Okay. Now, the only reason for you not to lose that pound is you're stressing and you're in fight and flight, your hormones are holding on to what you need, or your metabolism is all messed up. Now, there could be other reasons, but that is the main idea. Okay. If your metabolism is out of whack and it's not working, then you may have to readjust and go. I basically want to say go into I don't care mode. Eat what you want and eat to eat, feel your body. Okay. Give you some time off of keeping track of everything and stressing over it. Us women, we love to stress over everything and worry about everything. But if there is one more thing for you not to have to worry about for a little while, that might be it. If you are just in a mode that you're stressing about everything, that might be it. So that's kind of what I've been teaching her is there's things that you have to cover. And that could be exactly what your body needs. And so that's where she is with her weight loss journey is she's lowering her stress. She's focusing on eating the right foods, not stressing about it, but eating it. And from time to time, making sure she's still in the right calorie area. She doesn't have to track it every single day.
And staying active.
And staying active. You have to move. Okay. So, yes, if you get a workout in and you do the walks, because I make her walk because she needs more activity due to eating more. Okay, we're switching things up. Okay, then what happened? You're done for the day? You get to go sit and eat your bonbons now. No,
No.
no, guys, you got to keep moving. Go do the laundry, go do dishes, go outside and garden, go take another walk if you need to, or hike 3 miles if that is what fancies your bubble. Okay, whatever
Keep
you need,
moving.
you got to keep moving. Okay,
Yep.
that is, even as an older person, you've got to keep moving.
You feel worse when you don't keep moving anyways. At least I do. You
Okay,
got to keep
so
moving.
they've been doing a lot more studies on people that have made it to 100 years old. And one of the things that they talk about is social being social with people, okay? And the
Mm-hmm.
other one is being active, going and doing and gotta do, gotta move, all that kind of stuff. So there is a society that is known to be have a lot of older people, uh, um, and they socialize among themselves. Now there's it's a small community. They socialize among themselves, but they also work hard out in the garden to feed themselves. So a lot of their food is natural food also. Something to think about, especially for those that are getting older and you want to last a little longer.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Socialize a little bit. I mean, you don't have to have a ginormous, we don't have to have a Chicago, right? We just need our own social bubble,
A
okay?
little village. Yep.
Your own little village to socialize with. All right. Do I need to cover anything else?
Nope, I think that's it. We covered a lot.
Okay. Sorry, I kind of take over from time to time.
Oh, helps me. You good
Explains
job.
it. I just want to explain it so that people can understand and not doctor's terms. Okay. You will find on here if I use doctor's terms, I'm going to try to make it more. I don't want to say idiot terms. Everybody uses the word idiot's term. Not an idiot. We're not idiots, but we need it to not be a doctor's term. We need it for those people just everyday Joe Blow that's out here. I don't know if I said that right. Everyday person. Okay.
Down to
Uh,
down to earth.
yes, down to earth people that just needs a simple life. Just make it simple. And truthfully, there's things that our body does that still to this day makes doctors all confused. And it is just what it is. And they've got to figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm not going to use my body as a test tube. Don't try it out on me. I just want to be able to teach people the ins and outs and main ideas behind losing weight and all that kind of stuff. It's easy once you get the idea of it. Now, do you always, Mom, are you always in workout and eat healthy mode?
Am I always in a
Are you
healthy mode?
always are you always working out and are you always eating healthy?
Not always, but I try to, you know, gotta have your moderation day, 80/20,
Yes.
whatever.
So when we don't have challenges, I a lot of times will tell my clients, if you need a day that you need your bombs or your Reese cups, mine is Reese cups. If you need your Reese cups, eat it. Then get back on track because you're gonna eat it or fancy it or put yourself in distress over not eating it, and it's not gonna help you out. So,
Eat it, get it done and over with, feel better, and then readjust.
so pay attention to that. I mean, you're gonna go to a party and you know there's cake, and it's a day that you've done halfway decent, you've ate halfway decent, you've worked out, you've done what you're supposed to, and you're still moving, then eat it. That's how I say it. I mean, when you're looking at people around you, they're not going to be in the same place of life as you are. So you have to make that decision for yourself. Can I have it? And that's where a lot of people have to make that decision. And a lot of times it's, no, I can't have it. And then technically your body may have needed that fat for its hormones. You need fat for your hormones. But if you're always in starvation or always apples and cuties and salads, and I'm a rabbit eating salad all day, then you may just need to have that cupcake for your hormone. So,
Yeah.
I
I think
mean,
sometimes we don't realize what kind of damage we do to our bodies. It took me a while to understand that I was taking too less calories. And then I had to retrain my brain. There was times I wasn't really hungry, but I still ate to keep, to keep those calories up to 1,300, 400. But it worked.
Do you remember? I don't know. I did this more when I was pregnant with the twins. So I can't really remember when I was pregnant with the singletons. But being pregnant, we have cravings. Now, most of the time, the cravings that you have is for the purpose of what your body is lacking. Um, and that is, it can be the same in your everyday life now without being pregnant. Um, let's say you're doing a lot of walking and running and working out and you're drinking a lot of water. Let's say you're drinking your gallon of water. Okay. Uh, if you're drinking a gallon of water, you're drinking, for me, more than what my body needs. So you're going to be craving salt at that point. And if you're craving salt, that means that you need some electrolyte. Your body could be craving what your body needs. If you're craving a Reese cup, you might be craving fat. And that might be what your body needs for its hormones. So you might think of it that way. If you're at a day where you're just craving a Reese cup, see if you can fit it in. Now, I'm not saying every single day should be a Reese cup day. I know some personal trainers who think that they need a Reese cup every single day. But no, you may not need a Reese cup every single day. But if you're having a craving for something, find a way to figure it out to get it in for that day. Like if you just ate healthy all day long and that is your treat, and you have what, two of them a week, once a week, it's not going to kill you. Okay. You'll hear in the normal everyday life, cheat day. Today's my cheat day. No, today's your normal day. Okay. Uh, is your how you're going to eat for that one day, for that one moment. And it's just part of the diet that you need. So
I
I
agree with
think
that one.
I think next time we're covering, let me see what we're covering next time. Sorry. I should have had it in my brain and I didn't. Let's see. We're going to talk about in and out calories. Calories going in and calories going out. We kind of covered a little bit of that. But in a few weeks, we're going to be talking about, I think we're going to, what is a diet? In a few weeks, we're going to be talking about what is a diet. So that's
Awesome.
kind of what we're going to be covering. Metabolism is coming up. Calories going in and calories going out is what we're going to be talking about in the next one. And then in a few weeks, it'll be what is a diet. So you guys kind of know what we're talking about. All right. Anything else you want to add to your history? Your history. Okay. All right. We're
That's
at
it.
49 minutes, so I'm going to call it. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.